Y'all, I just recorded page 21 with the sound turned off. So I'm going to be doing this page again. I did not turn the microphone on. So I talked for 20 minutes. Didn't record a thing. This is page 21 in the exercise book. And we are looking at problem number 11. Megan earned $48 working 5 hours Friday afternoon. So Friday, dollars to hours, is $48 to 5 hours. She plans to work 3 more hours on Saturday morning. And that 3 is hours, not dollars. To find the amount D she will earn on Saturday if she's paid at the same rate, Megan set up the proportion below. So she said D over 5 is equal to 48 over 3. Now, I can already tell you that she's not right. And they agree. What error did she make and how much will she earn on Saturday? Well, this is saying that she's going to make $48 in 3 hours of work. And that's just not true. She made $48 in 5 hours of work. So I can tell you that in her proportion, she has switched the 3 and the 5. That's her error. She switched those two. The 5 should be under the 48 and the 3 should be under the D. So let's do it that way and see what answer we get. So we have 48 over 5, $48 in 5 hours, and then some unknown amount of money, dollars, in 3 hours. So 48 times 3 is 144. And 144 divided by 5 is 28.8. So that's $28.80 that she will earn on Saturday. So I like answer A for this one. And that is correct because I did this whole page and didn't record it. I'm going to move this right here to try to get some, to conserve some space. Okay, number 12. A company can make 500 screws in 4 seconds. That just blows my mind. 500 screws in 4 seconds. How many screws can the company make in 1 minute? Well, 1 minute is 60 seconds, so we have to convert that. You got to have seconds in that row, not a minute. And so then I'll draw the peanut. I have 5 times 6, that's 30, and then there are 3 zeros in that peanut. Divide that by 4, and we will get 7,500. So I like answer C. They are making 7,500 screws per minute. If you ever get a job in quality control, this will be a very helpful thing for you to know how to do. Number 13. A lemonade recipe calls for water and lemon juice. Makes sense. In a 7-to-2 ratio. This is the recipe. This is the standard. You have 150 milliliters of water and 40 milliliters of lemon juice. What are the greatest amounts of water and lemon juice that you can mix in the proportion specified in the recipe? Okay, so I'm going to do this. There are several ways that you could do this problem, but I'm going to do it the way I think it will benefit you most. If you find yourself having to compare choices to a standard, this is a good way to do it. We're going to take the recipe because it is the standard. It's the instruction set for what we want to do. And we're mixing 7 parts water to 2 parts lemon juice. Option A says that we're going to put 140 milliliters of water to 20 milliliters of lemon juice. Now, one thing you would want to check is that everything is in terms of milliliters, and it is, even the recipe. Choice B says we mix 120 water to 40 lemon juice. C says we mix almost all the water to it is all the lemon juice we have. Answer D says we mix 147 milliliters of water to all the lemon juice we have. And E says we mix all the water we have and all the lemon juice we have, that we just dump everything together and hope for the best. I'm going to start with this one. 2 times 150 is 300. And 7 times 40 is 280. So if you just throw everything together, you are not going to have good lemonade. It doesn't match the standard. So we're not just pouring all we have in there. We're having to figure out the amounts for each one. So what about option D, where we have 147 times 2? That's 294. And then 7 times 4 is 28, and we have a 0 in the peanut. That's not equivalent. 2 times 140 is 280. And 7 times 40 is 280. I like that one. 7 times 40 is 280. 2 times 120 is 240. So this does not match. And then 2 times 140 is 280. And 7 times 20 is 140. That does not match. So the only true proportion in here is C. You can mix almost all the water with all the lemon juice you have, and you get the correct mixture. This also would work with mixing cleaning products. I wrote a math course for some apprentices or some pre-apprentices that were in the custodial trades where they would have to mix cleaner, and this is pretty much what the math was based on. That's another good application for that. Number 14. The exchange rate for United States currency to Chinese currency is $2 to 12 yuan. You have 883.14 Chinese yuan. how many United States dollars do you have? So we are going to set up a proportion that compares dollars to yuan. And it tells me that the exchange rate is $2 equals 12 yuan. And then on this one, we have 883 yuan. Well, 883.14. And we want to know how many US dollars that would equal. So we're going to do 2 times 883.14. And we get 1766.28. We have to divide that by 12. And we get 147.19. Now I want to call your attention to option D, as in dog. That's if you forget to divide. They have that answer waiting on you. But the answer to this one is A. And I'm going to check these. If I've worked them twice and still missed it. All right. Number 11 is A. Number 12 is C. Number 13 is C. And number 14 is A. So we are 14 of 14 so far. That is a ratio. 14 correct out of 14 attempted. And we'll be back to look at number 15 on page 22.